Thank you for tuning in to ReginaldESQ. This is Underhook, and this is my review of the Tier 4 Russian or Soviet medium tank, the T28. And it is a very, very good tank. We'll get straight into the statistics. It has 350 hit points, a weight of 17 to 23 tonne, engine power of 500 horsepower, which is quite good for this weight. Speed limit of 45 kilometers an hour. Now, it does do that on the flat, no problem, and it gets there very quickly. It has excellent acceleration, which is great for peekabooing, peek out, peek back. It goes in and out quite quickly. You won't get much over that though. On the flat, it's 45. Down a hill, it will probably reach about 50, but it won't go any more. So it's quite highly geared. Traverse speed of 40 is excellent. The armour is the poor department. We have the hull 30 at the front, 20 on the side, and 20 on the rear, plus a great big engine grille which will penetrate very easily. The turret is 20 at the front, 20 at the side, 20 at the rear, so it's 20 all round. You have obvious weak points like this machine gun port, but honestly you don't have to aim for them. Same here. Even though the front here is sloped, you've got so many other spots on the front that are flat, dead flat, that you can penetrate easily. And the turret has worse armor than the hull, so it's quite easy to hit the turret. It's the only thing you will bounce is maybe some tier 3 tanks that you have, like 50 cal machine guns or something fitted. Other than that, you won't be bouncing anything. Turret traverse is 44, which is excellent. View range of 340, which is okay, and a signal range of 360, which is not very good. Okay, the camouflage rating of this tank, as you can see from a side-on view, actually I might compare this with Matilda, which is also a tier 4 British heavy medium tank. That's the Matilda. When you drive the Matilda in a tier 4, it looks big, but as you can see, comparing it to the T28, if I can find it again, where's my T28? There it is. It's small compared to the T28. Look at that. So it's a big tank, side on. Front on, or width wise, it's not much wider. It's a similar width. Although I suppose, no, the T28 is a bit wide as well, but it's mainly the length of it. It's a very long tank and quite a high tank. So it's difficult to hide. I see other T28s going up to a building and trying to hide behind it, and you see like the back of their tank sticking out or the front sticking out because they can't fit beyond the building. So you do need to angle yourself if you want to actually hide behind buildings at times. The camouflage rating consequently is quite poor on this tank. For a medium, it's poor. I mean, it's probably better than most heavy tanks, but for a medium tank, it's quite poor, especially compared to the Matilda and virtually every other medium tank at tier 4. That said, it's still okay because it is a medium tank. Gun depression on this tank is not great. It has 6 degrees of gun depression. Gun elevation, however, is excellent at 25 degrees. So, personally, I think anything from 8 and above gun depression makes it a good hill fighter. Anything with 7 or 6 gun depression is serviceable as a tank, but not a hill fighter. And anything with 5 or below is seriously restricted and is a flaw in the tank. So it's in the middle ground there. Let's have a look at the gun, which is truly excellent. This is the top gun that you get. Actually, I'll show you in the research tree because you might want to see what you have to do. There is quite a few guns to go through. As you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but you can choose the path. You don't have to go. Obviously, I didn't get these ones. I just researched them to get my elite, but I didn't actually ever use them. I just went straight this way. And I didn't even use that. I skipped. I went from this gun straight to the top gun. Because the gun you get is 37 penetration, 105 damage, which is very poor penetration. But it doesn't take long to get this gun. This is a great gun. 112 penetration and 85 damage. Now, okay, that's one thing, but the rest of the stats. Rate of fire, 22.22. Very, very fast rate of fire. Accuracy, 0.34. Good accuracy. Aim time, 2.3. Quite good. Not great, but quite good. A gun with this much penetration and this much speed that does this much damage is excellent. If we look at the Matilda only does average of 55 damage, and Hubby has a 28 rate of fire, so a little bit faster, but only does 55. This thing does 85. That said, do not try and outgun a Matilda. If you're out in the open and there's a Matilda out in the open, keep moving and try and get behind cover, because the Matilda, you will bounce. Some of your shots will bounce off the Matilda. You can penetrate the Matilda, no problem, but some shots will bounce. The Matilda will not bounce any shots off you in the T28. So you just hide and pop out and shoot it. Pop out, hit it, pop back. If you do that, then you'll beat the Matilda. But if you try and face it in the open, the Matilda will beat you. Unless you're just so fantastic. Now, what else can I tell you about this tank? There's probably not much else to say. Its speed is a great asset. Basically, I use this in a little bit like a scout. I get to the front, take position and hide, and then wait for the enemy. I don't like get to the front like a fast heavy tank might and then start pushing straight away. This is not a tank that you're going to push with because it has no armor. So you get to the front and hide, then take opportunistic shots, pop back. If the enemy looks like it's trying to zone in on you, just relocate, go somewhere else, pop up somewhere else, take some shots. Just keep moving around, and peekabooing. Don't stay out in the open. If you do that and keep moving, it's a great tank. Also, like, I like the Matilda too, but with the Matilda, if it's a fast-paced battle and your team is doing well, you often find Matilda that you're behind the battle and you just can't keep up with the battle, and you really get hardly any shots in. This tank, you keep up with the battle and can stay right on the front line and just keep pelting the enemy. And there's a couple of games I've got for you where I can show you how that works. That's about it. Let's get into some gameplay. Okay, the map is Malinovka, and what I'm doing with this game, this is a tier 6 game, which is worst case scenario for this tank, being a tier 4 tank. And I just want to show you some of the limitations of the tank. So what you're going to see here is when I'm shooting at a tier 6 medium tank, you're going to see that it doesn't always penetrate, and you're also going to see what happens when you get caught in the open. Something you don't want to do in this tank. So we're moving along now. I think we did hit 50 kilometers an hour down that hill. And we've spotted a tier 6 medium, the VK. First shot's good. This driver realises he's being caught in the open. He takes a bit of evasive driving. Not bad, actually. And you can see we've hit him with a few shots, but a lot of our shots are just bouncing. Now, what that did do, though, is it delayed me getting up to the top of the hill. At this stage, I'm quite worried about that. I thought, oh, yes, maybe I shouldn't have stopped to shoot at him. Maybe I should have just kept going. But I thought, oh, well, I'll keep going. And unfortunately, I don't think I've got a lot of tanks going with me. Other guys are out pretty wide towards the field, and they're only a light and a medium as well. But I keep pressing up the hill, just keep my eyes on the side to see if anything's getting lit up there. As you see, it's quite quick up a hill. Quite quick.
They killed our driver. We're covering his position, but not very well.
So we've got a PZ3, which is a tier 4 tank, and a Lux, and we're dead. Actually, if you look there, the PZ driver hit me with a premium round, and then when he realised what kind of tank I was, he switched to normal ammunition. Yeah, it's like butter. They just go straight through it. Okay, ended up being a draw that game. We didn't have much part in it anyway. This screen doesn't tell you a lot, so we'll go to the next one. We finished up way down there. We did 172 points of damage, and it wasn't a good game. This is the one we want to see. So fired 9 shots, 7 of which were direct hits, 2 of them penetrated. Damage 172. We got hit 4 times. They all penetrated us. So really, that was just to show you that, you know, tier 6 can't always penetrate them, and if you get caught in the open, even tier 3 and 4 tanks will rip you to shreds. Okay, next game.
Let's go.
Okay, the map is northwest. It's a tier 5 game. Just over half the tanks on each side are tier 5 tanks. And I'm moving forward. I want to get to the front and get in position and wait for the enemy with some cover. So hopefully I can utilise my excellent gun to advantage. As you can see with the high gearing in this tank, hills don't really present much of a problem. It just motors on over them as if they weren't there. Great tank for getting across rough terrain. So there's a Crusader there. I want to stay away from him because I don't want to get spotted just yet. Now I don't normally come here. I haven't played this map a lot and I wasn't really sure where to position myself. I get here and I think, it's not really where I want to be. I want to use this rock. This rock looks like really good cover. I can see there's an enemy T28 coming in. I figure I'll knock this tree over, a bit of extra cover, but it doesn't go the way I want it to go. It didn't fall the right direction. Here's the enemy T28. Now this is an example of a T28 that got into position and started to try and push. He really shouldn't be pushing. I'm in a really good spot. I can pull back and hide whenever I want. But he should just wait there. Why push?
Vehicle destroyed.
He should have just waited there. Got himself killed. That's what you can't do in a T28. If you find a spot, you hide, you wait. Don't push. In my opinion. I figure there might be somebody there that's just camouflaged or hidden, so I fire a shot just in case. Our Excelsior's gone in, so that means the coast is partially clear at least. It takes me a while to wake up to this fact. And I'm off. Also, being the tank that it is, I'm just scared. HE ammo can, like a KV1 with HE will kill you in one shot. Artillery will kill you with one shot. Lots of things can, anything that's got a HE ammo will kill you in one shot. Of course the KV1S can kill you in one shot. So you are a bit delicate in this tank. Now here I see these tanks of Sherman Hetzer up there. Because due to the poor gun depression, or average gun depression, I have to lean right over the edge, but we get the shot in. Hetzer. And you can see there the gun has no problem penetrating tanks of tier 5 sort of level. It's only really when you get to tier 6 that you get a few tanks that are a little bit more difficult to penetrate, but there's nothing that's impossible for it to penetrate. And you could always switch to premium ammo. I mean, I carry 5 shells, I just hardly ever use them. Oh, we're lucky here, look at this.
Enemy armor is hit.
Time to feast.
Penetration.
Yeah. He's too clever, he backs away. I'm just trying to see if we can blow the cover away, but it doesn't look like we can.
We've lost the track.
You see that? I went to back up, and an idiot was parked behind me. I'm tracked now, waiting to die. Luckily my tank repairs. I forgot to equip a toolkit. I normally do, but I forgot this time. I'm really not happy with this guy, because that's a big no-no to stop behind another person like that. You just block their retreat. Just as I start to move, I hit him and then I got hit. So I stop here, and I'll probably even miss a shot on a tank because I'm typing in a message to him, which should come up on screen in a second. I just figure maybe I can educate the guy. Maybe he hasn't played a lot of games and he's just doesn't realise that you don't do that. And I'm quite a slow typer, so it takes me a while to type this message in. There you go. I probably hit the wrong keys a couple of times as well. I'm a terrible typist. Oh, here we go.
Penetration.
Look at the rate of fire there. If I'd been in some other tank, I wouldn't have got that kill because I wouldn't have been able to fire that quick. And it's game over. We killed them all. Okay, well that was a really good game, a victory. We killed them all. So now, as you can see, we hit quite a few tanks. We only did was it 489 damage? So I'm pretty sure that quite a few of those tanks we killed didn't have many hit points left. But still, that's not bad. You got to consider that our tank only has 350 hit points. So if we do 489, we've done a good job. And we came 1, 2, 3, 4th line experience. Damage wise, we're probably 5th or 6th, probably something like that. But you know, it's a tier 5 game, so I'm pretty happy with that. And 16 shots fired, 8 direct hits, 8 penetrations, so nothing bounced. We received 1 hit because idiot blocked us. I might have got hit anyway, but I was pissed about that. Enemies damaged 6, destroyed 4. That's very good. Share the love. As you can see, it was only sort of 16,000 credit game, or 15,000. Yeah, 16,000 credit game. But our ammunition is very cheap. Repair costs cheap, so we still made about 14,000 out of it, which is really good. Quite good experience out of that game too. All right, next game.
Let's go.
Okay, the map is Siegfried line. I've started outside the zone, as you can see. Great acceleration, quick to get into position. I decided to head up and see if I can get anybody sort of scouting around the outside. Because the turret traverse is so quick on this tank, it's great at hitting moving tanks. Now, I didn't mention in the earlier videos that my crew for this video is 100% trained, and they're all at about 80-90% on their first skill. Most of them, their skill is camouflage, except this tank has a large crew, 6 in the crew, and it has 2 radio operators. So one of the radio operators I've got with signal boosting, because the signal range is not very good, and the other one I've got the relaying skill on the radio operator to help relay messages to other tanks within our group, helping to help the team out.
Ricochet.
So we hit this guy, we only ricochets off him now.
Enemy is
He
hit.
comes back for more, I don't know why.
Penetration.
Well, there you go. 3 of his shells penetrated us, but I think we probably actually did bounce a few. So you can bounce some fire in this tank. Now, usually there's a bunch of tanks running around these bunkers out here and looking, but I just didn't notice any. I'm still being very cautious though, because I'm afraid there's going to be tanks around these bunkers, and I just don't want to get caught out in the open. So I'm kind of being... I want to go where that Churchill is in the Covenanter and see if I can hit him, but this tank goes in front of me, so I feel, well, it must be safe. Then I see here, we've got a T28. We miss him. See what I mean about being a big tank? Not only is it longer than the bunker, it's higher than the
Enemy
bunker.
armor is damaged. Penetration. Enemy
And he's
vehicle
gone.
destroyed.
Anytime you can get rid of a T28, it's well worth doing, because they are very dangerous, as you're about to see. Now this Churchill can't see us because the bush is so far in front of us. When we're firing through it, we remain camouflaged because we're more than 15 metres behind this tree.
Enemy is hit.
And he's tracked, and he's just going, who the hell is he? Look, his gun's not pointing at us, he doesn't know who's doing it. Dead. So that's how powerful that gun is. You can make short work of a Churchill, tier 5 heavy tank. You know, the rapid fire nature of the gun just makes it good. I can see there's a T40 behind me. He actually looks like he's after me. I probably could try and duke it out with him because he hasn't got much armor either, but he's got a very good gun and very good gun depression, so I don't want to get caught on the hill. See my review of the T40 if you're interested. It's an excellent tank destroyer. Oh, someone in the comments is saying, I think it's the guy who's driving the enemy T28 that we just blasted. He's saying that he got shot through the stone of the bunker. So, yeah. Oh well. Why that Crusader there just blew away my only cover? I went to park behind it and he blew it away. Some people are just stupid. And that's it. Game over. Okay, here we go. Now, I shouldn't have said that guy was stupid at the end there. I just thought about it. It's not fair to say that. People have their own reasons for doing things. He might have thought it was a good idea to blow away that cover. I didn't think it was a good idea. Oh well. Good game. As you see, we got the Sniper Award. We also got a Cool-Headed Award. So it must have been when we got hit with a multi-fire cannon, we must have bounced a bunch of them. And we got a medal for it. It's funny. We obviously saw we killed a couple of tanks. It wasn't really a lot of time for us to do much more than that. It was a fast-moving game. Next screen, you can see we did over 800 damage, which I think is excellent for a tank that only has 350 hit points. Tier 5 game, Tier 4 tank, we did great. We came third on experience, and I think damage-wise we were actually second. The only one that beat us was the Panzer, whatever that thing's called. That did over 1,000. Next screen. So we fired 14 shots, 13 direct hits, so great accuracy there. 11 of them penetrated, really good. We received 17 hits here. They were all the rapid fire ones, only 3 of them penetrated. So the armor, it's not paper thin, it's cardboard thin. Let's see, we spotted 1, we damaged 3, destroyed 2. And we did some spotting damage as well, which was good. All in all, good game. We had fantastic experience, but it was ×5. But even without the ×5, with premium it came up to 979 anyway, so it's good experience for a game. Now I've got a fantastic game for you. Next one coming right up.
Move out.
Here we are in Sand River. Quite like this map, good variety. It's although I used to if you play this map in something like a Black Prince or Churchill, I think it's terrible because you get caught out in the open in one of those tanks. It's a disaster. But in a quick moving tank, great map. So I'm taking the sort of back way. This is one of the ways that a lot of people travel on this map. It's a fairly safe road to travel. It's pretty predictable where you're going to come across the enemy normally. As you can see, we really motor along here. It's a great tank for getting around. Where there's hilly like dunes and things, it just the uphills don't seem to worry it at all. Gun depression is not fantastic, but over gentle slopes like this, it's fine. I start backing up and the steward thinks, oh, I've spotted something, but I haven't really. I just thought there might be something there. So I take a bit of a risk on the crest here. My tank's wobbling on the crest.
Enemy is hit.
Good accuracy there from that. Pop a few more in, but you can see he's actually moved. And someone else nails him. Oh, here we go. Those binoculars are worth having.
We've torched them. Enemy is
Oh, he set him on fire. Someone else gets the kill, unfortunately, but never mind. Always fun setting people on fire. Well, of course, in the game. Not in real life, I don't set people on fire. Small cats and things, sure, but not people. Kittens and baby rabbits. Alright, so I decided to press on because I've got this terrain very much suits this tank. There's plenty of cover, and if I need to move away from a tank, I can just duck over a dune and I'm away again. It's and very hard for them to follow me. I can just keep going. Here we go. I'm going to move forward a bit to get. I haven't got enough gun depression, so.
penetration.
As you can see, I'm still leading my shots there. Yeah. He's gone. Oh, I led that shot and he stopped.
Enemy armor
There's
is
2
hit.
tanks there. I've got one in him. Let's put some on this guy.
Enemy is hit.
As you can see, no trouble at all penetrating.
Enemy armor is damaged.
These guys have no idea where they're getting shot from. And Stuart finishes that one off. As you can see, myself, the Lee, the Stuart, we are decimating the enemy here because they just don't know where they're getting shot from and how we're just completely flanked them. That's the fun thing about this tank, is flanking people. Now my binoculars just kicked in and we have a smorgasbord of targets. My first shot misses by a mile though.
Enemy is hit.
I kind of like looked at this. Oh, who do we go for? Who do we go for first? Also, you can notice none of them are pointing their guns at me, which was great. He is now. The M3 Lee is now. I'm getting hit. The Marauders hit me. The Lees hit me. I pull out. So, in a heavy like a Matilda, I might have stayed there and just kept firing because I could duke it out. But in this tank, you just got to go. Just got to run. Now, see, I relocate. So when I pop up, I'm in a different position. Let's see if we can get a shot on that guy. I can't. So now I decide once again I see a dead tank. I think, okay, I'll use him for some cover. So I'm protected from at least one side from fire. And we'll wait for our binoculars to kick in and see if we spot anything else again. There we do. That Marauder, he shot us before as well, so this will be payback.
Enemy is hit. Penetration.
He gets away though. Darn it. I suppose we got away too, so we got him back. So I just waited till my eye disappeared off his screen as a spot and then popped back over again. See if I can spot him again. I just wait a second for my binoculars to kick in, and they've kicked in. I still can't see him, so I figure, okay, he's not in sight, so I take off. And now we can see him. I think someone else probably spotted him for us actually. He's ducked back down. I think our Marauder spotted him. And he's dead now. So there's their cap. Our steward has started capping. Not a bad idea at the moment because we outnumber them heaps, just puts a bit of pressure on them. Their artillery can't be too far away though because he just fired at us, and there she blows. I can't get a shot, it's undercover. Now if I was in a slow tank I would just say, oh well, there's no chance I'm going to get this kill because it's too far away. But this tank is very maneuverable, so I decide I'm going to see if I can get the kill on here. Going through here so he can't get a good shot on me. Just make sure I've got some cover of buildings I can duck between if I need to, but I don't think he's spotted me yet. Yeah, someone's hit him already and he started backing up, which is perfect for us.
Got him.
Good night. Where's this last tank? We've almost finished capping actually, and he's at the cap now. He's capping. Well, I suppose he can't win any other way, he figures, but he's not going to win by capping either. Game over, we've capped. Well, I did promise you a good game in the T28, and that was a good game. Really showcased what the T28 is great at, and that's moving through hilly terrain, getting great distance out, flanking the enemy, and really punishing them with a great gun and a high rate of fire. We damaged 9 tanks, you can see there, and spotted a fair few as well, and got some good spotting damage. Managed to get a Confederate badge for damaging 6 tanks that someone else destroyed. Let's have a look at the next screen. And we finished on top for experience and on top for damage. Not bad considering, I was going to say it was a tier 5 game, but it wasn't, it was a tier 4 game. So okay, you expect us to be up round the top somewhere. As you can see on the other team as well, the T28 here was their second best player. There is another T28 down here, and we've got a T28 down there too, but 2 of them finished up the top. It's a very good tank. And next screen, we fired 27 shots, 17 of them hit. Of the 17 shots that hit, all of them penetrated, which is excellent penetration. Does have great penetration, this gun. We copped a couple of hits, but we were okay. Enemy spotted 6, damaged 9, destroyed 2. We did 658 spotting damage as well, so overall we had a fantastic game. 34,000 coin, and we also got 15,000 for a promotion it was on. Well, look how cheap it was for the ammunition. It was only what, 1,500? Was that? Yeah, about 1,500 for 27 shots. It's very cheap ammo, and with minimal tank repair. So we still ended up with, we ended up 47. We would have been what, 32 without that 15 grand bonus, which is still excellent money. Without premium, it's about what, 890 experience. With premium, came up to 1335, and the promotion I had at the time, we got 5 times on it. Well, what a great game to get 5 times on. Very lucky there. Alright, that's it for games. Thank you for watching my review of the T28, the Russian Tier 4 medium tank. As you can see, it's a great tank. Fast paced, great hitting power. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more, then subscribe to ReginaldESQ, and I'll see you next time. Have fun.